Hello, my name's Abby and welcome to my YouTube channel. I've always wanted to start one just because I think it'd be fun just to talk about different stuff. I especially love good deals, Marvel, and right now I'm in college. If you would like so for now my content is mostly going to be college based, just some advice and stuff, things that I've learned as a freshman in college, and yeah. So if you are interested in college content, go ahead and subscribe. If you would like me to add more content, I love shopping for deals. Let's get this video to start small, 20 likes, maybe 15, and I'll change the content and just probably talk about deals I found and how to find really good deals. But yeah, let's get on with the video. So the first part is this semester. This is my first semester as a full-time college student. I went half-time to this college through concurrent enrollment. I was homeschooled, so I could do that. But as good as it was, and as much as it helped me get used to the environment, it didn't really prepare me very well for the full extent of being a full-time college student, because it is tough. It is so hard. It is much harder than any schooling I've ever done ever. Yeah. Especially being a homeschooler, it's completely different schedules. That I played basketball for 4 years as the slowest girl on the team, and that was nothing. I could deal with that easy peasy, but this semester was the worst I've ever had for school. So this video is mostly going to be about just things that I've learned that I need to apply for next semester, and not just for you. It just is like some way of this is how to have a good semester, because none of this is guaranteed to have a good semester. It all depends on what you do. This video is also mostly just as accountability for me to be like, okay, this is where I said what I was gonna do. What did I do with that? So let's get right in. So one of the things you should do is write down a plan, or just bullet points saying this is what I need to do next semester, and hopefully have a better time. So the first one is there's people. Take advantage of the lab during the week. I was in a sewing class that had a required lab you could go to. Unfortunately, that was only once a week I was required, but that lab was constantly open for you to use the machines, and ironing boards, and cutting areas anytime you wanted to during the week, as long as there was a teacher in there. First, I didn't know about it that you could do that, and second, even when I didn't go mostly because it was hard to get a ride. I am still trying to get my driver's license, so getting a ride with my family is a little bit more difficult because there's so many things going on for them. So yeah. But I did need to take advantage of that. Unfortunately, I think I failed the class because of that. So really taking advantage of that and planning those driving things. And communicating, hey, I need a ride to West Valley, and I need a ride home from West Valley. Can someone take me? If I can Uber there, can someone take me home? Which is probably one of the best parts about Uber is that it's a driver. Yeah, it's a price, but it's a price if it's worth your grade. It's perfect. So take advantage of it. There's plenty of supplies there. Also, something I've also learned, I learned how to do this last week, is if you can't finish a project, get your project to a point where you can do it at home. And the sewing thing, if I had to make markers, an outline kind of a pattern of what I was going to make. And if I got it to a certain point, I could just cut it out at home and then go in and sew the rest of it. So stuff like that really helps. Another thing I would suggest is, as soon as the syllabus schedule is released for your class, write everything down in a planner, or on a calendar. My class required me to do that in order to get extra credit for it. Unfortunately, I did forget to look at it, and as a result, I went crazy, forgot a ton of stuff. But it was also a great advantage for me for when I did have it, because I knew what I was going to be doing. I knew what needed to get done, so there was a great benefit for that. Another point is to always have some type of schedule with you. Another point is to always have some type of schedule with you. People would ask, at my church, with school, or with friends, there's constantly stuff I want to do. And I'm one of those extroverts who's like, I really want to do everything. So just planning, having a schedule to look at, even if it's just a rough draft, be like, okay, this might work. I'm going to say maybe, I'll confirm with you later. And then remembering too, because that was the hardest part, was remembering when to do certain things. So, yeah, have a schedule. I got a little planner from the dollar store for 2020. So cute. I can't wait to use it. And it's not big, but it's big enough to a point where you could use it for like keep it just that for your social life, or like in a little thing, like for a certain day, like look at it and say, oh, I would go, but unfortunately I have a big project coming up and I need to really get this done. That way it's not stressful on you, because even though you might enjoy the event you might be going to, it's going to be even more stressful for you if you don't have everything done. And then the joy of that party is only going to last for so long before you have a meltdown, like me, multiple times. At this point, it's laugh or else you cry. Another thing is take a look at your work hours. I wouldn't say work was necessarily a cause for my issues. It didn't help. I had gotten my first job this year as a barista, and it was difficult. It was difficult learning how to do that, juggle that in school, as well as my normal social life at church and with others. So right now I'm averaging about 20 hours a week, and I'm not going to change that. I'm on break, so there's no need to. But if I start seeing a pattern where, hey, this is actually affecting me, I can't really get focused, I can't really take advantage of the opportunities given to me, like the lab hours was another reason why I couldn't take advantage of it, is because work would release me at a certain time, and I'm like, there's no point in me even going, because they're just gonna close, but I only have an hour to work. Being able to speak up and be like, hey, I'm kind of struggling and I'm losing opportunities to get stuff done. Can I reduce some hours? I even voiced that to my manager, and he was very open about it and being like, yeah, just let me know. So just talk about it. It may not make a huge difference, but it might also be just that little bit of difference that helps. So another thing is take advantage of accountability. I have some great people in my life, and one of them is my older sister, and she was willing to talk to me in a way no one else could. She would be the one to tap me on the shoulder or just look at me and be like, are you sure you want to be playing, watching YouTube, playing a game, when you really have homework to do? Did you get that done? And it got annoying, I have to admit. Everything like that, it's going to get so annoying, especially when it's repeated multiple times, but not just her, but your family, the rest of your family. But having someone you can trust, be able to talk to you in that way, to be able to keep you accountable for what you're supposed to be doing, it really helps. As much as annoyed I got about it, I really appreciate that she was even willing to do that, as I was very frustrating. So take advantage of that. My lack of accepting that accountability kept me on a path of disaster with not having an organized schedule. And unfortunately, that affected my family interactions, as I was constantly stressed, and every time they needed me to do something, I was not available to help, which got them upset because they said, we really need you to do this. Sometimes it's just chores, but chores turned into a disaster because I was constantly stressed about my homework. So I didn't have time to help my family. So take advantage of what you've got. Another thing is practice habits during break. This is like one of the biggest things I did not do during the summer break. Summer break, I was constantly lazy. I had work, I know. I could get that done. When I was home, I didn't do really anything. I was lazy. I watched YouTube. I did nothing else. There was like church stuff. There was our vacation stuff. But that was it. There was nothing really beneficial. There was no planning. There was nothing. So as a result, I felt like it was summertime when I when I got back into school. I was lazy. I didn't get things done. I did go to work. I went to school. But nothing was ever done an efficient amount of time because I was always distracted. So just creating habits during the break really does help. And I can say it really does help, not from experience, but just knowing that, from regret, that if I had done that, this semester would have gone so much easier. So basically, the main way to do it is just plan everything. Plan your events, plan your times you use YouTube. I've got so many projects that I've been wanting to finish, but I've never done it because I'm always distracted on YouTube. Just plan when everything's gonna be. This next point is really interesting. It's anticipate the worst. Now, I always am anticipating the worst. It's kind of it's a bad habit, but it's also not, it can be used to an advantage. I anticipate the worst as saying I could put a schedule down, but there's a certain point where I'm doing homework, something's going to happen that's going to interrupt it. Whether it's me getting distracted, or sometimes it's even my family member asking for help with something. So just anticipating that. Let there be time where you can have interruption. Let there be a space and time that can happen. I don't know quite how to do that. I will be talking about that probably later in other videos, but just getting used to that. Life happens. Families need help. Siblings need help. You just got to be there for them. And the last thing, another thing would be triple check everything. Teachers change their minds. Teachers go on vacation. Teachers have unanticipated things. You have unanticipated things happening. Triple check everything. Triple check every schedule. Just to make sure you've done your part. And if the teacher messes up, you are beyond reproof because you say, here's my work. Here's what I have done. Or even if you're late, you're like, okay, I was late because I got sick. But here's what I have done so far. Or if I completed it, here it is. Sorry, it's late. And just move on. Just get it done. Another thing is, this part is something I really need to work. It's just work on my relationship with God. During high school, playing basketball, I got to really connect with God by Him teaching me through hard situation of basketball, because it's tough, how to rely on Him on the area that's not my expertise. School's a lot harder because I've been doing school longer than I've been playing basketball. That's semi my expertise. But that doesn't mean I still don't need help. And if I had kept a closer relationship with God, I would have. If I had asked Him for more help, if I had relied on Him. We talked about accountability. I talked about accountability either. If I had got myself accountable to Him, things would have definitely gotten a lot smoother. There would have been less meltdowns. There would have been less stress with my family because I would have been trusting God to take care of things. And also trusting God, like, hey, I'm terrible at keeping schedule. Yeah. But with God's help, I can do all things. It's hard. College is tough. I just learned that within my first semester. But it doesn't have to always end in disaster. So, that's me. This is my first video. Thank you for watching. I'm not how many people are going to watch this. If you are interested in more, please go ahead and subscribe. And hopefully hit that notification bell. If you would like me to create more content, different types of content, let's see if we can get this video to 20 likes, and then we shall see. I just want to let you know that you are loved. Someone cares about you. And just love others. Doesn't matter who they are. It doesn't matter who you are. You are loved, and you need to love others. And also know that God loves you. Whether you believe there's a God or not, He desperately loves you. Have a wonderful day.